Hi friends, welcome to session 12 on sequences. Myself Dr. Hemavati. So in this session we are going to study problems on the convergent sequence. Let us take one example. Discuss the convergence of the sequence n plus 1 divided by n. Here let us take xn as n plus 1 divided by n, that is if you separate the terms. So what we have here, this is n divided by n plus 1 by n implies it is equals to 1 plus 1 divided by n. This is 1 plus 1 by n. So it is xn is 1 plus 1 by n. Now xn plus 1 is just add replace n by n plus 1, you will get 1 by n plus 1. It is 1 plus 1 by n plus 1. Now find the difference of these two. You will get take LCM and this 1 get cancelled. 1 by n plus 1 minus 1 by n is nothing but minus 1 by n into n plus 1, which is less than 0. So here this implies the sequence. What this implies here? This implies the sequence xn plus 1 minus xn is less than 0. Means xn plus 1 is less than xn. So means the sequence is monotonically decreasing. And also this 1 plus 1 by n, this xn plus 1 is xn. Xn is nothing but what? Our xn is 1 plus 1 by n. And this 1 plus 1 by n is always greater than 1 because here n is a natural number. So 1 plus some natural number it is. 1 divided by any number it is. So it is always greater than, if it is infinite then it is equals to 1, but it is 1 plus 1 by n is greater than 1 for all n belongs to n. So or we can also write it as 1 is less than 1 plus 1 by n. This implies 1 is less than xn for all n belongs to n. So this implies the sequence xn is bounded below because all the values of xn are greater than 1. So it is bounded below. So that is here the sequence xn is monotonically decreasing and bounded below. And we know one theorem. So then if the sequence is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then it is convergent. Hence the sequence xn is convergent. So what it will do is here, to find whether it is convergent or this is a divergent, you just find the sequence as monotonically either increasing or decreasing, and next one is it is bounded above or below. If it is monotonically decreasing and bounded below, then it is convergent. And in the same way, if the sequence is monotonically increasing and bounded above, also convergent. Example, show that the sequence xn where xn is under root of n square plus 4n minus n is convergent. Here, only thing is you have to find it is convergent. Show that this is convergent. So first you write the given function xn as it is, and here I told you to remove this square root, just multiplying and dividing by conjugate of this root n square plus 4n minus 4. So that is plus n under root of n square plus 4n plus n, multiply and divide by this. So now it is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. So it is a square minus b square. Square root cancel. Square root and square, these two get cancelled. These two get cancelled. It is simply n square plus 4n minus n square. N square get cancelled. It is 4n divided by. In these two here, in the denominator let us take n square common in this. So it becomes here 1 plus 4 divided by n. And this plus n outside, it is outside the square root, it remains as it is. And we know under root of n square is n. So this is n and this is also n. I will take n common. It implies 4n divided by n into 1 plus 4 by n plus this is n. 1 divided by 1 plus 4 by n plus 1. So n get cancelled. Now apply the limit, because here if you substitute limit directly in this, it becomes infinity by infinity. It is indeterminate form. So for that you have to cancel n from the denominator, and so it will not be in the indeterminate form now. Apply limit as n tends to infinity, xn is equals to limit as n tends to infinity 4 divided by under root of 1 plus 4 by n plus 1. So as n tends to infinity, this 4 by n becomes 0. So it is 4 divided by under root of 1 plus 0 plus 1. So root 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 4 by 2 is equals to 2. This implies the limit as n tends to infinity, xn is equals to 2. So this is nothing but the sequence xn converges to 2. This is the solution of this problem. Let us take one more example. Discuss the sequence xn defined by xn is equals to 1, xn plus 1 is equals to 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2 for all n greater than equals to 1 converges to root 3. This example is different, just concentrate on this. First write the given equation as it is. Given function x1 is 1 and xn plus 1 is 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2. Now x2 is equals to, that is we know xn plus 1 is, we know here it is given. What is given? Xn plus 1 is given. Xn plus 1 is what? Xn plus 1 is equals to, it is given 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2 is given. So in place of n, if you put 1, you will get x2. x2 is equals to 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2. So that is here. And it is also given that x1 is equals to 1 is also given. क्या दिया इसमें? x1 is equals to 1 is also given. So it is 2 into 1 plus 3 divided by 1 plus 2. So now it is 5 divided by 3, and we know 5 by 3 is always greater than 1, isn't it? So 5 by 3 means it is 1 point something, it is 1.6 it is. So it is greater than 1. So this implies x2 is greater than x1 because x1 is 1 and x2 is greater than 1. So this implies x2 is greater than x1. Now suppose that what you have to assume here, this one as xn plus 1 is greater than xn, because here x2 means x2 is nothing but x2 is same as x2 greater than x1 is same as xn plus 1 is greater than xn. So suppose you assume this one. Now consider next term, that is xn plus 2 minus xn plus 1. So difference of these two is, so xn plus 2 means you just substitute n is equals to n plus 1 and xn plus 1. So you will get here 2xn plus 1 plus 3 divided by xn plus 1 plus 2. And minus xn plus 1 is this one as it is. Now cross multiply these two and simplify. You just cross multiply, open this bracket and simplify. You will get xn plus 1 minus xn divided by this denominator as it is. And we know from equation 2 we have here xn plus 1 is greater than xn. So this is definitely positive value. So this is greater than 0. So what this implies? Xn plus 1, here LHS is xn plus 1, in this one LHS is xn plus 2 minus xn plus 1. So this implies xn plus 2 minus xn plus 1 is greater than 0, means xn plus 2 is greater than xn plus 1. So this is therefore by mathematical induction method. We know we can here, therefore we can say that here what we have proved? We have proved xn plus 1 is greater than xn. So we have taken this xn plus 1 is greater than xn, and we proved xn plus 2 is also greater than xn plus 1. I hope all of you know the method of induction, mathematical induction. So here we can say that if it is greater than this one, then we can say that xn plus 1 is greater than xn for all n belongs to n. So that is, this means the sequence xn is monotonically increasing. Now xn plus 1 is equal to, it is given 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2. Let us take this 3 as 4 minus 1 and this denominator as it is. And in these two terms, let us take 2 common. It will be xn plus 2 minus 1, and here separate the terms. You will get 2 minus 1 divided by xn plus 2. So it is 2 minus 1 divided by xn plus 2 divided by, so it is what here, it is 2 minus 1 divided by xn plus 2. So it is 2 minus some positive quantity less than 1, because it is 1 divided by xn plus 2 is there. So this means it is definitely xn plus 1 is less, 2 minus some quantity, no, so it is less than 2 for all n belongs to n. So therefore the sequence xn is bounded above, and this implies the sequence is bounded above here. Since the sequence xn is monotonically increasing and bounded above, therefore it is convergent. We know this is by one of the previous theorem. So you have to find the value of limit, this one limit you have to find, no? Suppose the sequence xn converges to L, then the limit as xn is equals to L as n tends to infinity, and also limit as n tends to infinity xn plus 1 is also is equals to L. Now xn plus 1 is 2xn plus 3 divided by xn plus 2. You just apply the limit on both sides, and if you apply limit, you have to apply limit to both the terms, numerator and denominator separately also we can apply. This 2 as it is, limit as n tends to infinity xn is also L, so it is This is also L. L is equals to 2L plus 3 divided by L plus 2, and this implies cross multiply these two. This is the cross multiplication. It is just as L into L plus 2 is equals to 2L plus 3. Cross multiply it is L square plus 2L is equals to 2L plus 3. So here again this is nothing but here take this is L square plus 2L minus 2L is equals to 3. These two get cancelled. We have only L square equals to 3, or L is equals to plus or minus root 3. Since we know xn is greater than or equals to 1, so for all n belongs to n, therefore we can take here limit as root 3 only. Therefore L is equals to limit as n tends to infinity xn, which is greater than or equals to 1. So that is L cannot be negative. Hence we can take L is equals to root 3. So that is the given series xn converges to under root of 3. So this is the solution of this example, and this example is important. You just go through this once. If you find any difficulties, then you can ask me at any time in the by writing a question in the comment box. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.